to the Monday Night Live Raw, or Monday Night Raw Live manifesting. So it's been a minute. This is my first official live. I'm uploading a video currently, a very meaningful video, and I'm sure you're going to hear all this multiple times. As you know, it's my new chair, by the way. I always wind up recapping everything within like the first few minutes. Wow, it's nice to get the sunset and everything, sunset and the live right here. Hey Mitzi, how you doing? Welcome in. So this is the first one. Oh, thank you. This was for my job interview earlier, and I want to start, like I said, keep it fresh always in all the Mystic videos. And as you'll see today, I don't know if the video is finished uploading, but I did a very heartfelt thank you to all of you guys, because you guys do mean the world to me, and to be at a place now with 770 subscribers, that's a lot for me. And I never thought this channel would be there, so I'm very thankful for all of you guys, and I hope it brings as much value to you as it does, as you guys do to being part of the channel. To me, well, I really butchered that, but the actual video is like a nice 16-minute thing, just thanking you guys and saying trust the process, and just saying how much you guys mean to me on the channel. So I hope the video is uploaded at this point already. Glasses are sexy. I didn't know how to feel about them. I feel like a movie star now. You've helped us so much. Well, I'm glad, and hope hold us accountable. Well, I'm glad. No, I really, like, whenever that video is ready. What's up, my man? How you guys doing? Wow, we're getting a lot more. Maybe I should do them on anytime. Very grateful I found your channel. Well, I'm very grateful you found us too. Or found, yeah, the Mystic Manifesting family. Like I said in the video I uploaded today, you guys are like family to me. And like I said, when I go through a bad day, I always read the comments, whether I respond to them or not. I read them in the mornings when I'm feeling down. Right after I do my gratitude, I say I'm thankful for everybody on the channel. I love it when we do session, when people buy the sessions and we get to talk, and that's why they usually always go over. Oh, did you really? I'm glad you did. I got some cool manifestations from the past week. I've been sick, so thank you for everyone who was manifesting my health. I got like food poisoning or something, and then I was going through stuff trying to leave my job. A big thing from today is I did quit my day job. Maybe not the best move. Good news, SP and I are talking more again. However, third party is still in the picture. Hey, it's always, let me give a 3D advice on that too, since we have a question pop up real quick. If there was no manifesting, and it didn't exist at all, if it didn't exist at all, and there's a woman talking to you, or a man, I don't know, whatever your situation is, but the SP is talking to you and there's a third party, the third party ain't that important, because they wouldn't be talking to you if third party was important. So that's outside the manifesting realm. But if anything, write them a letter and forget about them. Quitting the job is the best thing. Yeah, I went on an interview today, that's why I'm dressed up. And I thought I was going to receive that job today. I mean, I didn't even give 2 weeks notice. I've got a lot of resentment, and this goes against a lot of stuff I teach. I have a lot of resentment for the personal job I have. The bosses there have said a lot of unsavory things about me that I've heard through the grapevine and to my face. Spoke ill of my family and SP. And it took a lot of reserve to not engage and to hold back. And it was very hard to revise this decision, because it reminds me of the situation from Neville when he was coaching someone, and the guy got fired, but then he revised it and got his job back. But the guy said they would not have said those unlovely things if they did not mean them to some capacity. So the guy couldn't forgive and forget and make amends with his revision. So he wound up going and getting a new job, and I didn't give a 2 week notice or nothing. I just sent a message today. I said, this ain't working. That's a nice breakup message. This ain't working. It's not you, it's me. And then that's why, I made the video where the first thing I wanted to do was come on here and do the Mystic Manifesting for the first time. Last time I quit my job when I was younger. It's the last time I did it, but I gave like a month notice. I didn't have a plan, really. I wanted to make movies and stuff like that, but it was a very vague plan. Now I know the exact vision of the life I want, and I discuss it in the video I just posted. And you guys are a big part of it. I want to travel the world, meeting you guys, traveling with SP, make enough money to retire my family from the jobs that they're working that are making them suffer. I want to motivate all of you guys to live your best lives, Because right now, this is the best fucking job anyone could have. Greg Plitt said it when he was motivating people through fitness. It's the best job you could have. And I do get, as sappy and soft as it sounds, I do get emotional reading some of your messages, your testimonials, and all the stuff that you guys have done. It makes me emotional, and it makes me feel amazing, and makes me feel like I've got a real purpose doing this. So I want to thank you guys for that. So that's why I made that very nice emotional video that I just did, talking about the dream life I want to live, why I'm taking a walk in faith. Because the job I went on, I think they're going to hire me. I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, even without manifesting. I feel like I'm going to get hired there. It's a better shift, so I would be able to make more videos anyway. And consistent money, good money. But unfulfilled. I feel fulfilled when I read messages here. That job is a tradesman job. When I complete a job over there, I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like, all right, can I go home now? But here, I love to talk to you guys. Like I said, that's why I always go over on the sessions in time. That's why I'll answer questions and emails and stuff. And it's like sometimes it's hard to not coach for free sometimes because I just want to talk with you guys. That's awesome. Quitting your job is the best thing. The new glasses. The new glasses is so you can see the new opportunities. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good point. Was your boss by chance a schoolgirl who gossips about another man like that? Yeah, exactly, brother. He was. I heard it through the grapevine that I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized for it, but called my brother a word that is meaning not smart and starts with the letter R. I don't know if I'll get demonetized for using the word because I know certain words can't be said online. But he called my brother that after meeting him at a dinner, but he didn't say it to my face. He said it to some other guys, and the word got back to me, and that really pissed me off. And I left it alone. The other boss was drunk at that same dinner where they were making fun of my brother. I found out later on they were making fun of my brother. At that same dinner, the other boss was sitting next to me and tried to give me a beer. And you guys know I drink, but it's like I'm not gonna drink it, especially if I'm on call for work or whatever. And I would be the one who go back if emergency happened. He kept trying to put a beer next to me, and he goes, "You think you're better than me because you don't drink?" The guy's an alcoholic. He goes, "Here I am, going to be like a schoolgirl and slander, but." He is an alcoholic, and he's like, "You think you're better than me because you don't drink?" I'm like, "I know I'm better than you because I don't drink." And he goes, he's like, "I'm sure you need plenty of these to sleep with that fat chick you're with." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." That's a moment where it's like, "All right, get up, let's go outside, get up." But I didn't. I didn't beat no ass. I didn't do nothing else because I'm like, okay, I'm the mystic. But sometimes you get, this is where I talk about having control in certain situations. And it's like the best thing I could have done for myself was to walk away, to have faith. And I've been seeing the amount of testimonials and success stories that I've received in this recent times, and whether it's come from finance or SP or anything else, makes me believe I can go full-time into coaching, makes me believe I can make videos every day. And I know that there's ways to do donations or whatever. You could do donations, you could do more coaching, I could sell packages, there's a lot of other things I could do. And I've got the merch and stuff because I don't want to take donations. I want you guys to receive something from me. So the Mystic notebooks are what I'm excited about because I'm going to buy like 3 of those for myself because they're going to be print on demand, so I don't, what is this? I'm getting like TikTok sends me all these notifications, but I'm going to order those for myself too. So yeah, I've got a lot of ideas to like make my dream life happen, and it's like if I have to work this other job and it comes up, I'll do it. But luckily I was able to save enough. I'm blessed to have saved enough. If I have to lose the condo and go back with my parents, I'm blessed to have them. And I just feel coming from a very good place, and because of this events that have been transpiring, I spent the weekend with SP. She was going through stuff, and it wasn't even anything, like we didn't even have sexual relations like Bill Clinton. We just kind of bonded with each other and opened up and told each other like a lot of personal things about each other, and we grew more as a couple, and it was more romantic, and I think it was a good time. So everything feels kind of natural. I haven't told her what I did though. You guys in my actual family are the ones who know. I hope we can meet when you come to New York. Yes, I would love to go back to New York too. Your dream life is already, yes, it is. It's already here. That's why I came on live. I'm like, what would I do if I was live? So I sat down. As soon as I walked in the house, I kept my suit on. I did a video. SP's typing now. Let's see, like, and everything's coming together. Everything works out in my favor and in your favor. Then I said, okay, if I was doing this full time, it's Monday. I would be doing a live on Monday. I did try to set up a guest, Tone from Simply Manifesting, or no, he's not. What was Tone's original name? It's Goated Manifesting now, but Tone is one of the first manifesting coaches I talked to besides Bia. Bia's already been on the channel. I talked to her a couple weeks ago, maybe, or a week or two ago, replying to one of her stories. We talked a little bit. I tried to get Tone. He said he was down, but then I haven't heard from him. He hasn't opened my messages in a while. But I did give him my cell phone number. So one of these days we're going to get Tone on here. And then you guys could hear from him. And if you don't already follow his channel, I'll promote it. And if you guys want to tell him to come over here, we'll do that too. Register his email to local AA meeting. Yeah, his work email to the AA meetings. Also here, when I remember the other day, before I got sick, I did a live the weekend I got sick. So I was live on Friday and Saturday last weekend. And I went live Friday and Saturday last weekend. And Sunday I was going to go do live on, I think I went live Sunday too. And then I went to go get breakfast with my friend and we were going to go live on the comedy channel. And I was going to tell you guys about it. And that's where I got like food poisoning or something. But I treated myself the other day to some nice cigars. Here's a gold one. So I could smoke this one for today's video in celebration of belief, trusting the process, loving the mystic manifesting family, and celebration of feeling free and freedom. So I think that's the best reason to do it. Kind of weird, scotch taped on. Let's see, so we got 6 people here. Maybe this is like a better, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is this a better time for me to go live? I do stay up late anyway. If I wind up at this new job, like I said, it's like, do I trust the process enough to like turn it down if I get it? And that's what I'm asking myself. How much do you trust it? Or is it part of the bridge? So like I said, I always use myself as a guinea pig, and I will not coach you guys on anything. If somebody asks me if they want to do a session for something specific that I haven't done, I won't take it. I will always only teach from what I've done and seen. And I mean, if you wanted me to, I would tell you, but it's like I'm just going to tell you everything I believe. But because I haven't done this certain situation, it would be hard for me to like say it with like confidence. But like a situation like this is an interesting, unique situation. And sometimes I think we all go through situations that we feel are unique. And what I've learned is, being on this channel, it's not always that unique. There's a lot of people going through the similar situation that I went through with SP or with anything else. This is a good way to get it out, right? But everybody goes through, like, it seems like we all have like very similar stories. Why was he worried about giving me a perfectly wrapped one if you have to tear the thing apart to get it out? Okay. It was a nice, let's peel it like a banana. It's nice while it lasted. But did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Was there any progress made with SPs? Was there anything that you did for yourself? Did you take yourselves out on a date or something? Oh, look, it comes in a nice little wooden box. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh my Lord, look at that. It pops out. It's like a pop-up book. If you guys remember the classic movie, Master of Disguise. My dreams have progressed into positive. There you go. That's a major one. Like I'm in a point now where personally I'm always in the positive dreams. Sometimes a negative will pop up. I was by SP. I had not a nightmare. It was weird. We were trying to give each other a massage, but her family was in the house and we were naked, so we kept having to like hide under the bed. And it was a weird dream. But it was no nightmares. It was just weird stuff. You reacted to the 3D. That's okay. We've all been there. My SP screamed at me, and I was like, hey, cool. I'm not dealing with that anymore. That's good, setting a boundary. So I had a 3-day weekend, and I spent it with my friends. I'm happy and proud of you, Mitzi. That's good. You set a boundary. You said, I'm not going to stand for that. And you didn't fuck anything up, because you can't. Thank you, brother. Yes, very nice stogie here. I'm going to have to give it a nice little clip. I can't actually use the other one. I got to have my first interview. I got to have my First interview about a current injury I'm recovering from where I could be near 100% honest, minus names, because it's where I could be near 100% honest, minus names, because it's ongoing. Well, if you're worried about, if you can't say anything about it until everything's done, then wait on it. But I'm happy to hear that you made progress there and that things are going to be good. Stogie review channel could be good. I could do that on, well, I've got the vlog channel, which was going to be all fitness and stuff like that. But I think maybe I should do that channel. I'm going to start hitting that one with this one, because that one is going to be more fitness motivation and more of like, I mean, the women are always welcome on the channel, but it will be a little bit more something for the boys. The boys club, Mystic Boys Club, will be, maybe we'll do the cigar reviews and stuff like that. And I'm sure the ladies would love to be there too and compliment my nice glasses. But it's like another channel where we could all hang out. And like I said, just, I do enjoy sharing a good part of my life with you guys. Let's see. SP disappeared completely. Am I at least easier to live in the end since I can't? Oh, I just got randomly a sneeze attack. No, it is easier to manifest from not being around them. I will tell you, the hardest stuff I've done is, thank you, sir. I will be, I have always found it harder to manifest when they're in the picture. That's 100% true. So it is good. It's a blessing in disguise. So I'm glad it's easy for you to live in that end. Got this new little from me and SP's trip. Feels very strange to like feel free and good from negative circumstances. Great flavor until my dumbass burned it. I had a bunch of items I tried to manifest from months ago. That's awesome. So that's another sign too. It's like another little bit of birds before land. It's all coming in and like giving it to you all at once, showing you that it's real. Do you guys have any fun mini manifestations that you're working on right now? I was actually, you know what? One of the ones I told a story about a mini manifestation, and one of like the ball manifesting story. I believe I told that in one of the last lives, where it's like, oh, I manifested this, like all the different types of balls that we had around the house, baseball, basketball, blah blah blah, that I hadn't seen in years, and then found them all within like a week or so from doing that particular exercise. Just seeing, it was a visualization practice, and I found them all. I recapped that story. And the one that stuck out in my head was the blue racquetball, which my dog used to play with all the time. And it's like, now that success story was from 2 years ago. And all this stuff kind of disappears again there. We got 2 new dogs. They take the toys and balls and everything and move them around. I went back to my parents' house. It was actually last night, I think. I was at my parents' house. And on my old pile of clothes that I have left at the house over there, that blue racquetball right there. Don't know how it wound up there. It wasn't there last time I was at the house. And I was at the house like earlier that week too. Yeah, so I'll talk about maybe one of the things until, if you guys got anything, shout it out, say it, want to talk about anything, manifesting or anything else, we'll talk about it. Some of the plans for the channel coming up this week would be, I mean, after I get off here, I'll go into that, to working on the channel some more and making videos. I've got the Neville Goddard Complete Reader and stuff. I want to start going through that and getting excerpts from it. And then I want to start making these cinematic little YouTube shorts for the channel too, where it's just like a little quick daily reminder where I take some cinematic shots, maybe me in the suit and stuff, looking dapper, and or having the cigar, and record it, and like living like that ultimate lifestyle, or me with SP, and then like little videos I already have of us, and then put them like the style would be black and white, and then put little captions of Neville's quotes or other manifestation quotes I like with the video. That's something. So then every day we at least have one of those little ones. Then we have at least 5 main. But if I'm not working now, so then I got plenty of time to do anywhere from 7 to 14 videos a week. And then if I can do it, I would like to do a membership channel too at that point. So that's all kind of stuff I'm looking forward to in this week. And then setting up, I think you have to do from the print on demand place to an Etsy shop. That's where the Mystic merch and a notebook will be available then. So I think that would be perfect. Stuff that's kind of where my plan is for this week. Might be, hold on. Might be silly, but I want to manifest a new monster flavor. I already manifested 2 new ones, but not the one I want. No, that's a good manifestation. I actually was wondering about trying new Ghost. I like Ghost Energy. I was wondering about those, and then we wound up, like, me and my apprentice, like, every week at work, we were, like, new ones. I've been consistent with the gym lately, and I've been seeing progress. I've also been listening to Dylan's self-concept tape, and it's working a lot because I'm getting compliments left and right, and people are helping me out. That's awesome. See, I love that now. Like a lot of this channel too, it's not even a fitness channel. I do have the fitness channel too that I'm working on, but that I love that this is not even a fitness channel, and like everyone is seeing the body, mind, soul. It's all connected, and like so many people now are going to the gym and making results, and that's making me really happy. Hey, Christina, no, you didn't miss a lot. I'll fill you in 1 second. Let me see what else I missed. That sounds good. Kino. Yeah, peak Kino. Mystic manifesting. So Christina and everyone else who just joined, we've got just a quick recap. It's Monday night instead of Monday morning. I was intending to have a guest today. Love the fit, the vibe. Oh, thank you, Christina. So this is like, part of the day was I went on a job interview this morning. And if you watch the video I released, I don't know if it even loaded all the way yet by the time I went live. But, sorry, I got a cigar stuck in my tooth. One of the things I was doing today as I went on a job interview, I thought I was going to get it right away, like on the spot, but I figure everything unfolds naturally. So I quit my other job with no notice, and I said I'm gonna walk in faith. And now the new job, I really don't care if I have it or not. I thought, what is my dream life? And I was telling everyone my dream life would be to travel around, meeting people, coaching, and doing podcasts and meetups with other manifesting coaches and clients and stuff like that, and doing events where we're doing like meditations or hikes or something. I keep like adding to it and making more videos. So I was like, okay, for the next 2 weeks then, I'm going on vacation then if I don't hear from this company, which a little bit of me hopes I don't. But I'm open to whatever happens. And so I was dressed up for that. And then I was also supposed to have a guest tonight too, which was Atone from Goated Manifesting, which is his new channel name. I wanted to say it was Simply Manifesting before. He was actually one of the first people I've talked to in this industry when I was getting in as a coach. Well, it was like I actually had started a channel. We were talking, and then I paid for a session just to talk with him about manifesting because I thought he was interesting. And he gave me advice on the channel, and then I wasn't even going to continue it. Then, as you guys know, the rest of the lores, he kept me around on the channel, and now here I am, and now it's something I want to do. And also, what else you missed, Christina, was me telling everyone thank you and how much I love all you guys, and how on my worst days you guys bring me up, and your success stories bring me up, and how important you guys are to me. So that's basically all you missed. And then it was in a gold box, this cigar, and then it popped out of this wood box. So that's all you missed. Do you still watch Manifesting? Yeah, every day. I like it because I like their personalities and stuff. One of my favorites is Tom Curran. I listen to him every day. Ani is still my crush. Kim Velez is still my crush, but I don't listen to them as much. I like Tom Curran a lot. I watch Tone stuff because he doesn't post a ton, so like when he does post something, I'll watch it. I haven't seen Bia post in a while, but I usually watch hers because I consider her a friend. Um, Talata Tom Kieran, Simply Create with L. I like her too. Um, who else do I listen to? Elmer. I'll listen. Elmer's got someone else who out like he motivates me to make more content. But I'll watch Elmer. I do watch a lot of the channels. It's just like because I want to keep my mind in the state of it's just constant reminders, but not watching it because I need something, watching it because I enjoy it. That's why when people are like, oh, should I stop watching? If you feel like you need it, then maybe. But if you just like watching the videos, then watch them. I stopped watching one chick because I noticed she deletes comments. Somebody said that, someone accused me of deleting a comment. I've never deleted a comment at all, not even a hate one. Does she delete? That's weird. Wonder what channel that is. Oh, don't say it though. We don't want to slander no one. Love all of that. Fully support that decision. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, I'm very. Part of me is I'm very nervous, but it's walking in faith, and it's like I chose my mental health over it. And I mean, we've talked before in length too through sessions and stuff about all that, and it gives me more time to coach now. And I mean, if this is the dream life I want to live, is being a coach, then I have to walk in faith of it. Also recapped, it's like, yeah, you could like deal with stuff on the outside world, like, and revise it, but sometimes it's like so bad the stuff people said you don't want to take them back. That's like when people don't want to take back an SP, or you don't want to go back to a job that's treated you bad. That's what I did as well as the best decision, and my job just came to me without me trying, and been working on my mental health. That's awesome. See, yeah, I wanted to work on my mental health, pursue my dream career, and if this other job comes up, I mean, it's a better schedule. It's Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 4, and then Saturday, 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. More engineers there, good pay. Not my dream job, but I've got no objections to suffering through a job that I don't want to do because I trust the process enough that things will work out, and that this gives me 2 weeks now to get ahead on all my other stuff for this channel. I got the best results from setting a desire for a few seconds and moving on. Yeah, no, I've noticed that too. I do like to like just because that's usually it's when something you're not really attached to and you could just get rid of it. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna set this intention. That'd be nice. Wouldn't it be wonderful if? And then you get it. That's why it's like when you get the quick flashes of like, oh, it'd be nice to get a text from this person, and all of a sudden they text you and you haven't heard from them forever. That's awesome. My new job is day shift too, and the afternoons was not healthy for me and my mental health either. Um, on afternoons I missed, and then I got out of work. I mean, I think you guys kind of knew my schedule already. I was out of work at 10 p.m. on Friday night, so I couldn't be with friends, family, or SP. Everybody was sleeping by the time. I was like 10:30, 11 by the time they're either drunk or sleeping by then. Then I got to be back up at Saturday morning, 6 a.m. And it was a schedule that was being deliberately put on me like that, and changing a person's opinion, which is the boss, that's SP, bosses are an SP. Part of me didn't want to change it. I was looking for an excuse I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for an excuse to go. I do not like the industry that I'm in, and I was looking for an excuse to go, and instead of using manifesting to get my way out of it, I just kind of walked off it and said, all right, it's either going to be this or nothing. And another channel I listen to a lot is Joseph Rodriguez. He's one of the biggest manifesting channels. He does like his little mind map things and stuff. He's a channel I like, and he said in 2013 he walked away from his day job to start his own business. Then he walked away from his own business to do manifesting coaching. And I said, if you truly trust the law, you can walk away from it. And I was telling everyone, it's like I did save up a decent amount of money where I could live for a while. And it's almost like there would be a thing where it's like you do have to manifest on a time limit. That's the only reason why I was like, it's a dangerous time limit one, but if you truly have walked in the ultimate faith, you could probably get away with it. H, how you doing, my brother? Glad you could make it in. I feel old with these glasses and the cigar and this rocking chair. Someone gave me this. It's got a little footstool. That's a manifestation too. I tripped yesterday. Physically tripped and got hurt, or tripped up and manifesting? Because remember, you can't fuck this up. I was just thinking about it today. I've had my own thoughts, not about SP, but just in life, thinking I fucked up, especially with the job thing. And you've never fucked up. So stay positive. But if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. No on mushrooms. Oh, that's good. Did you have any experiences? I've always wanted to try mushrooms. DMT is actually the one thing I want to try though. DMT is the only drug that's really ever enticed me because of Joe Rogan. I have a cold right now, so trying to manifest waking up 100% better. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so I'm wishing you the most health and hoping that you wake up healthy as well. I know you were wishing me well too when I was sick. I was sick last weekend with some kind of like either stomach flu or food poisoning or something, but it messed me up bad when my subconscious lay bare. What did you learn anything, H, from the trip? Give you any insight into anything that you've been struggling with? Your subconscious gave up on SP, is so full of regret. You realize my subconscious has given up on SP, is so full of regret and fear. Well, you could always use if you consciously want to manifest SP, you could use your conscious mind to influence your subconscious, which is what the manifesting is, and get SP back. However, if you truly don't, and you really are with your subconscious and you're cool with letting go, and maybe it's a sign, then be open to something even better. That's good. Yeah, when you realize when you could release it and realize that you are the one in power, that's always a major breakthrough. This was not a very good cut on this. What else did I miss, guys? Oh, hold on, I did miss something. Now I know deep down in my heart she is mine. There you go. Well, I'm glad you came out with a positive outtake from it. SP's texting you right now. That's awesome, Christina. I just saw my SP was sending me a Snapchat a little while ago, but like I said, everything's got to go through priority. And like as a full-time manifesting coach and the end that I'm living in, this is priority. And knowing, like I said, everything kind of went, like I always say, I've been saying the affirmation, my world takes care of me. I've been moving more into affirmations personally myself. And I got this one from Naya, which I watch her whenever she posts a video too. If you're, when you guys were asking about who I watch, I watched Naya too. She said that the affirmation, my world takes care of me. And it's crazy, like how many things you don't see how until you look back on it. And me and my SP, we did have a really good weekend, and we really bonded over some stuff we were both going through. And I don't feel that anxiousness anymore. It's finally something I didn't think I'd get rid of. That affirmation, my world takes care of me, led me to a situation where I do now relax. I don't even want my SP anymore. We'll try to get someone new, or just manifest the life of your dreams first and then see what you want. It's crazy how much things change. Yeah, I know, Christina. It gets crazy where it's like, man, that's why I said you never know where you're going to be in an hour, a day, a month, a year. It's just crazy how fast it could jump and change. Also, in every situation, we have an option or we can react. Yes, sir, we can. We always want to choose the most mature, best way to react. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes we all don't. The way he yelled at me turned me all the way off. Well, by setting your bound, I'm glad. First of all, I'm glad you set a boundary. I know you know what you want. I'm glad that you realize that you can manifest an SP. You could manifest a change, but you don't have to if you're doing it out of ego or something like that, and you realize you can do better. Or we can process and let go, and then know our goal. Exactly, brother. We want to know our goal. Still working on SP, was informed through grapevine that I have been on her mind. There you go, brother. See, it's slowly getting out there. And when you get that little indication like that, it's always a great feeling. And remember, don't react to anything negative. When you get little information like that, you build it up and just keep, this is great, this is great, this is great. And then if you ever receive anything, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you ever get anything negative feedback, dismiss it right away. It never happened. You never got that information, or turn it into what you would have rather heard instead. But I'm not saying even focus on that outcome, but just for anyone going through that. Mitzi, forgive him. Be gentle with yourself. It's true too. What H is saying too. You want to forgive yourself, and not hold anything against people. I mean, it's hard because I come into the chat Tuesday talking about some grudges I was holding, and using it to walk away from the job. But it was more or less, I was like, oh, give me a reason to leave. And then they give me a reason to leave. I'm like, well, next time they give me a reason to leave, then I'd get a reason to leave the job. And it's like, well, next time I get treated like this, all right. I manifested a free call with Akshay. Did you really? That's awesome. Was it one of your comments? On the call, Tom, hey, you should, oh, I just saw one of my friends, she's texting me. You'd be like, hey, dude, you should collab with the Mystic Manifester. I reached out to Akshay and I told him thank you. And I told him I have a channel now. And I told him my story with him, how he closed the door on me. And about how awesome it was. And then I think I kind of mentioned I had this dream of like connecting all the channels and getting everybody to meet each other and doing like some kind of meetup. But I didn't want to make it too wordy. And I was half asleep kind of when I sent it. I know I sent it early in the morning because I try to be productive. It's like, all right, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to do that right away. But don't worry about that too much, brother. Your session first. Do your session with him first. And I'm happy that you manifest. That's awesome. I love Akshay. So yes, time for some tough love. Yeah, Akshay will close the door in your face. He did it to me. I must have found him when he first started out because he would always say, "Oh, my information's down in the bottom," and I just sent him a message. I didn't even think I'm like, I wonder what he charges or whatever. Gave me free advice, and then within a couple days, I was already doing everything right. But then it's almost like that thing when you talk to a coach, you're doing everything right, but you don't see movement. So then you feel you need to talk to a coach. You talk to the coach, and boom, all of a sudden your manifestation comes in. It's like because you've given yourself permission, or you let your subconscious know from talking to them, you've given yourself permission to now receive that manifestation. And then like right after, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, because I remember this too. I told him, I'm like, hey, she contacted me, and guess what? I'm not going to contact her back right away or whatever. I was fucking asshole, like idiot. And then I go to look at her thing, and then she blocked me again. I was like, oh no, and I'm like, I think I maybe fucked it up. Actually, this is where the I can't fuck this up comes from. I'm like, I think I fucked it up, and then he didn't even answer me ever again. And I was like, thank you for closing the door, brother, because it led me to self-reliance. I managed to revise the old story, and it took a lot of looking at from different perspectives. Yeah, it does take a lot of it, and I've been doing that too, from all points of view, and like a lot of things in my life, looking at it, we're all interconnected and stuff like that. All these different points of view, and it really helps you. It's just almost spiritually you grow like that too. He is very much for tough masculine aspiration. He's very much for tough. Yeah, he is. No, that's what's awesome about him. I would love to sit down and have a conversation. I hope Dev realizes that too. Yeah, I haven't seen Dev in a while, but I hope he's doing good too. Who knows? For all we know, if we don't know what's going on, we write the story. We write the story that his SP came back to him, and that everything went well with him, and that all the tough love came through, and he learned, and he's already been successful with his manifestation. That's the thought I've had for him. Remember, at the end of the day, I want all you guys to succeed just the way you guys want me to succeed. Akshay is wholesome, and I do love um, his stories that he tells. Um, like a lot of them, some of them I heard before. Other ones I think are like Indian proverbs or something, or stuff that like he grew up listening to, um, which I like because a lot of those I haven't heard. I do know a lot of like old folklore and stuff like that, but he tells a lot of really good ones, and it's a unique perspective. And it's honestly, I think he only has like, I'm not gonna like like subscribers don't count, but for someone as wise as him, who's just, like as good at teaching as he is, I'm surprised he's only at like 5 or 6 thousand subscribers. So I thought he would have a lot more. But I'm like, the positive to it is, I'm like, if we're almost at 1,000 and he's only about 4 or 5 thousand more ahead of us, maybe we'd be close to on the same level where he would want to collab. Akshay once said that the lioness only licks the lion when the lion eliminates the competition. He said, "Be a lion, don't be a simp." That's awesome. I like how animated he get. I love my favorite part about Akshay. They really like turned me onto his channel was his intro where he kind of like just like inches into the camera, like he accidentally wandered in there. Like it appeals to the comedian in me. Like he accidentally wandered in there, and then he talks to you with purpose. Like, "Hello everybody, my name is Akshay." Like and then he just projects right to you. But it's like he just like kind of wanders on. That's what I love about it. And if we do a live together or collab on a video or something, I would like both of us to just do that and like not like he walks on one side of the screen maybe, and I'll be like, "Hello everyone, I am Akshay with he doesn't say man, he goes, "My name is Akshay and I am a manifestation coach. I'm here visiting the Mystic Manifester," and then like I could just on the other side, something like that. Like I want to bring it where people could smile and laugh because I know a lot of times when we're manifesting, we're coming from very scared places. I am the manifestation coach. I always hate it when it goes like silent, where it's like I'm on a roll and then I drift off in thought for a second and I forget. It's weird. I'm just thinking now. It's like they have this much time. It's like, all right, buckle down. Like right when this ends, I gotta go right in that other room and go set up the Mystic merch store, and then if I'm not tired yet, begin typing and working on my my book. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I know I mentioned it in the video. I want to write a book on everything I've manifested, how I've used it, my favorite techniques, the techniques I've learned, um, and go forward from there. I like the Mystic logo. Well, I'm glad you like the Mystic logo. I realized I never updated it when I was talking to Tone from Goated Manifesting. I sent the link to the channel. It was me when I had my little goatee and stuff. And I realized a smile, like I look kind of like cross-eyed in it and stuff. I'm like, oh, my bad, it's kind of goofy. Let me change that to. He goes, yeah. He goes, I didn't want to say nothing, but it's funny because Tone's just like one of the regular, average, everyday dudes like me, just someone who you'd be hanging out with. I've been thinking of versus daydreaming, and how to know which is what. So it's kind of hard because I know that Neville always says think from the end, not of it. And I've had success. It's hard because I know what Neville says. I preach what Neville says. I've done what Neville says and it worked. However, I've just daydreamed of certain things and it's worked too. But I think it's to the degree that you feel it real is what more from the end is. Because either way, it's both a daydream. But if you could kind of get it where it's like first person point of view, or you're capturing the feeling, because remember at the end of the day, feeling is the secret. So if you're just daydreaming about something, but you're starting to feel like it's happening right now, or like you're starting to feel the emotions you would have if you were in that certain situation, I think that's the best way that you could go from there, because you're feeling like it's already accomplished, and then that tricks your subconscious. That's I'm trying to explain that well. I don't know why I like brain farted out. Man, to give you some perspective, we should had a strict child. Man, to give you some perspective, we had strict childhood in India. So many Indian manifesting coaches are strict. I mean, tough. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, that's what I like about it. Actually, I think it's the only one who I've got a certain amount. Like we all know, like everything in your For You page shows up. He's the only Indian coach I've seen like from like out of India. But if the other ones do speak Indian, then they're probably not going to come up in my thing. I like the Mystic logo. But then soon it will be on the notebooks and everything. CEO, your heart will know. Trust me. CEO, your heart will know. Oh, I was like, wait, I thought that was a rhyme. CEO, your heart will know. Oh, I feel dumb as fuck. I was like, CEO, your heart will know. Well, that's a nice poem, H. I forgot. I was calling him Hayden, but I forget it says CEO Hayden. Like Donald Trump was daydreaming about being president and then conscious or subconsciously manifested it. I feel like, well, I've watched a lot of stuff on him. Trump is like a really good manifester. He's like, I watched him before he was even president. When I was a kid, I remember hearing this story that Trump said about, no politics intended. I know it's hard because when you mention his name, it's like him or Tate, whenever you mention either of their names, and I think they're both, the man is so carefree. Yeah. It's because they trust the process. It's like when you hear him or Tate, it sucks because like people automatically turn off, but it's like politics aside, anything else beside, those two are great manifestors. And one of the stories I heard as a kid that before I even knew what manifesting was, that always like appealed to me about what Trump said, was he knew a guy in business that was not a very good businessman and he didn't have much money. Yeah, Andrew Tate is also a good manifestor. Yeah. So he said he knew a guy that wasn't really good at business, and the guy had no business flying first class. And Trump said that the guy would buy first class tickets to go on business meetings, and Trump asked him why. And he said, because I want to feel like I'm a successful businessman before I get there. And then one of the stories was he went to this thing and then he became a successful businessman after that. It was like a big deal or whatever that he made. And there's another video where Trump was talking about manifesting, and I think it's like in his commencement speech or something. I used to watch, before he was even president, I was watching a lot of his stuff, and the way he talks with conviction, and it's like very mistakable. Like I said, conviction, confidence are very mistakable with arrogance at times. And it's hard because so many of us are conditioned to be humble, and it's good to be humble, but have the confidence, and it's a very fine line. But him and Tate, it's like they know what they want, they're going to say it, and it says that masculine, confident energy that no one's going to tell me any different, and that's what I admire about both of them. Kickboxing coach is a strong man. My kickboxing coach? Oh, okay, that's awesome. Oh, so you do kickboxing too? He told me, Sean, you think of yourself as alpha, but you don't act alpha. I've heard the same thing. I mean, there's times I'll tell myself that. You could teach, like, I'll tell myself that all the time. It's like, you're acting a certain way, but are you acting it or are you being it? It's the same thing as living in the end or daydreaming of the end. You could walk the walk, but are you playing a part or are you embodying the part? And I'm guilty of that too. Sometimes you fake it till you make it, though. I gotta say, I haven't had success with completely living in the end, or maybe I haven't persisted in it long enough. It's hard. I've been actually doing really good SAT sessions for like an hour, 2 hours at a time, and they feel like 8 to 12 hours or something. They feel long, these SAT sessions I'm doing. But living in that, yeah, whatever you could catch a glimpse of in the end, or whatever you could feel, sometimes you won't feel all the way there. But if you're most dominantly in the end, then you're good. Then that's, you don't have to stress that, oh, every little detail doesn't feel like the end, as long as most of it does. Let's see. Yup Yup's here. What's up, Yup Yup? Hi, everyone. Wow, Mystic, look like an old school sexy. You have any brothers, LOL? Just kidding. Guess what? I have news. Well, first of all, yes, I do have a brother. He's very similar to me, actually. They say we look like twins. So I do have a brother. He doesn't have a beard, though. And what's the good news? Yup Yup. I can't wait to hear it. Also, Yup Yup, I saw you change your picture, and thank you for following me over on Flex Entertainment and commenting on the videos too. I seen you over there. This is another new picture, but I saw you put one of yourself for a while, and you always said you were gonna put one of yourself. You were looking very pretty. Not to dwell on a problem, I have an attachment issue, so I did initiative, or I did, so I do initiate conversations a lot. So sometimes weird to women, but yes, who cares? Yeah, number one, don't care about it. And it is, I don't know, like I've always, it sucks to initiate because sometimes you want to have the conversation back too. And I understand, like H, I relate with you a lot. I see a lot of myself in you and how you react to stuff. And like you talked about having the rage and not being able to forgive and having that attachment issue. But don't identify with it. Say, I've had that in the past. I'm thankful that that is past. And like I said, this affirmation that Naya gave the other day on her channel, that my world takes care of me. That's an amazing affirmation because, like I said, this weekend it was like it was a non-sexual thing with SP, and we really like grew our bond even more. And I wasn't trying to make out with her. I wasn't trying to like be grab assing. I wasn't even trying to have sex or anything. We just sat as people who were close, and we didn't even really flirt. We just opened up to each other. And then when I was leaving last night, it picked up a little bit, but I was like, I gotta go. And then today I canceled on her for our usual Monday date night and stuff like that because, like I said, if I'm living in the end now that I'm a full-time manifesting coach and this is my business, I have to be here for my business. I can't be fucking around. I picked an old SP to practice sats on. We're talking, there you go. I'm happy. Yep. I was just reading all the comments and I actually just answered that before I started this live. You said, is it okay to practice on someone new? And I was like, boom, look at that instant manifestation. At least in my world, it's instant because I told you, yeah, go ahead, do it. Now you got the result. Love it. See, this is the stuff that like, this is why I want to do this. This is why this makes me happy. See, seeing something like that, that is like more reason to feel accomplished in life than like I said, going to my day job where it's like, fix this toilet, fix this electric stuff, fix this plumbing, fix this machine. And then at the end, what did you do? Okay, machine's working, it's gonna break again sometime, but then making like a difference in someone's life or just being part of a community that can support someone to do that and seeing that result, like that is why I wanna do this full time. So thank you, yup. Work on your perception or your desire. That's a great story though, yup. What made you finally add the picture? I was going to ask you that the other day. Did you ever follow Inked over on IG and talk with her? I know you guys were going to be talking. But where's that man gets SP now? None of that. Thanks, mushrooms. Well, while I cannot condone it because I haven't done them, I want to learn about DMT. I'm going to shave my head and then... Wow. Can you pull this up? Jamie, pull that up. I tried this technique where I imagined texting my friend that my SP reached out to me, and my friend had a dream that I reached out to her and told her that my SP reached out to me, and I was very... See, that's a sign. It's like it's a bird before land. I'm glad that you experienced that, because a lot of times it's like people will say, oh, I got these dreams and whatever, and then they just walk away. Oh, it's just, I guess it came in a dream, so that's it. No, that's a sign that's coming. I would always have the dreams before, good or bad. Whatever, if I got a bad one, I focus on the bad, and then more bad would come, and then I would get stuck in spiraling down in that. But if I had a good dream and I'd focus on that, then I would just keep driving towards the good dreams, and the good stuff would come out. So Ink just robotically affirmed, right? Yeah, Ink robotically affirmed that her SP blows up her phone, and I forgot exactly. I mean, we talked the other day. She was affirming for something else too, like that, and it happened. So I need to check in with her though today. I haven't talked to her really since this morning. No, thank you. Uh, no, thank you. And Ink, the last live. What is what made it happen? I was seeing if I was comfortable being visible. Turns out I'm not. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I saw your picture. I'm like, wow, she's really pretty. I'm glad that she's like putting herself out there and feeling good. And I'm like, she must be having a lot of success and feeling really confident. And you took it away. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, hold on. I gotta hope she comes into a chat. We need to talk. Find out what happened there. I kind of feel it around the corner. Yeah, and then once you start getting to that point, brother, that's usually when it comes in. So I'm happy you're at that point too. So once that comes in, hopefully we'll still see you around here. If anything, Ink, that could set you, or not Ink, Yup Yup, you could be set up with my brother. You want to come to Chicago? For sure, brother. Yeah, do that. But this guy has so much sugar. Yeah. But this guy has so much sugar he's about to get now that I'm calling the shots. That's awesome. Well, he's a lucky man then. I could get used to wearing a suit more than a jumpsuit too. I'm so happy and glad that this is my new career. I enjoy that. Just feeling in that moment too. It's like I'm thinking about doing the lives from here too, where I got this nice little background. I got a candle right here. You can't see it's off screen. The cigar box, the cigars. This is the life. Monday we're relaxing. The Mystic family's hanging out, going through our weekend, planning out our week, getting ready for what we're going to be doing this week. I'm getting ready to unleash the full Mystic manifesting powers on the world, and see all of our success. Bro, I don't have time to stay, but I want to tell you that you are really cool. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. I hope. Sorry you can't stay right now, but hopefully you could catch us again. Usually we go live Monday mornings. This is a rare occasion. We were supposed to have a guest today, but he wasn't able to make it. I'm trying to reach out to more guests, and whatever you missed was I left my day job, and I'll be doing this more often, hopefully. Let me see. But then again, if your brother is cute like you. Okay, seriously though, I have some questions. I need to charge my phone to catch up on reading the comments. Okay, charge your phone, catch up on reading the comments, and we go from there. And then ask me whatever questions you want to ask me. And yeah, I mean he's not as cute as me, but yeah, they say we look like twins, so I guess I know he'll sometimes watch this right now. Hey Veronica, what's up? I see you said what, but I don't know what to what. These glasses feel weird. Hey guys, what was your sad scene? Yep. I need to make mine shorter because I keep falling asleep. It was on accident. Well, I was just talking about doing sats too, Veronica, for like an hour or two. I don't know what Yup Yups was, but I was doing my sats, and it was simple. Here's how I stayed awake with it. I sit in an uncomfortable position or semi-comfortable one. So I sit in the recliner, which it's over there, but it's like it will recline me about maybe this far back. So it's enough where you could be relaxed and you're falling asleep. And if you really want, yeah, you can fall asleep. Or I'll lean forward a little bit, so there's a little flex in my abs and stuff. So it's like you can't really fall asleep comfortably, and you could. So when you start feeling yourself, so my one is my SP saying I love you and being brought in close, and I'm focusing on all the feeling vividness of that thing. It's just her saying I love you, and me saying I know, right? Just ripping off Star Wars. I love you, I know, and then moving in and kissing her and stuff like that. And it's just that scene. But when a second I would start to fall asleep, I'd wake myself up and try to do it again. Or second my mind would wander and I'm thinking some random thing, I would jump into, it's still part of sets. I'm still relaxed. My hands are numb. My feet are numb. Everything. I'm laid back. I'm relaxing. I would go into if I couldn't get back into the scene, I would go jump to another scene, which was the eavesdropping technique, hearing her tell her best friend that she's falling for me and she can't believe it and how much she loves me and blah, blah, blah. And then when I'd lose that scene, I'd try to bring it back to the main one. If I couldn't do either of those, I would start doing affirmations in my head. And then after that, I would kind of drift off a little bit. Then I'd wake myself up. And it's just like, and if you have to, maybe set little alarms and stuff. Because you only need maybe 5-10 minutes. But anyway, that's a little advice on stats. What should I do when I miss SP? I'm not fine right now. Or I'm fine right now, but sometimes I'm not okay. You were really handsome though. I never wanted to say it because I'm focused on SP, but now that everyone else is saying it, well, thank you, sweet Delaney, and you're very beautiful as well. So thank you for the compliment. When you're missing them, and it's hard too. Like you always don't want to like say anything because like you think about SP and stuff. But I appreciate the compliment, and something when you miss them is to give yourself that relationship right now. Like one of the things that always calms me down is going to an end scene. So for example, when I struggle, I'll jump to that scene where SP says I love you, or I'll picture her resting her head right here and me holding on to it like that, like just the back of her head and then around her back, and just like caressing her in my arms. And then just jump into that scene. It's like you don't have to say anything else or do anything else. Or if you're thinking about something and you're just like, man, I'd really like to share this news with SP, share it through a fake text message in your head and your imagination, and then have them respond, whether it's in their character or not, the way you would want them to respond. And then see if you could get an inner conversation going, because it's like, well, I really want to tell them this. And if SP says, and I would want SP to respond like this, what would I say if SP responded like that? Boom, I would say this. And then you just, and if you could keep that pattern going, you get lost and spiral upwards through a positive conversation like that. So I would say try to do an inner conversation or jump to an end scene that makes you feel good. I'm not gonna lie, this cigar is hard to suck. Maybe it went bad. All right, say something else before it's awkward with just me sucking on a cigar. Somebody say something. Downtown. Remember I told you I was having bad dreams of SP while sleeping with affirmation tapes. Well, the last 2 days we're finally together in my dream. This is 3 weeks of sleep tapes. Well, that's awesome, Downtown. Yeah, that's usually like I did it with affirmations. As sleep tapes I couldn't get into, but I know that Dylan James talks about that with sleep tapes. Sometimes you'll have the nightmares first. If you persist through them, you'll be good. When I was doing my sleep techniques and my visualizations or whatever I was doing, and what do you call it? When I was doing any of that stuff, sometimes I would go through nightmares for periods of time, and what's it called? I would go through periods of nightmares for a long period of time, and then I would just keep persisting. Or if I would have the nightmare, I'd wake myself up and be like, I have to fight it, but you fight it with peace. So I was like, okay, I go back to sleep, and it's like nightmare again. Wake the fuck up, fight back the nightmare, go to sleep, fight back the nightmare, and once you get through that, it would take sometimes a week, 2, like you said, 3. So it could take time. But I'm glad that you finally switched into the positive dream part. Let's see, Veronica says, maybe that's my problem. I make myself super comfortable. Then I decide to imagine. Yeah, see, I was my problem too for the longest time. I would just knock the fuck out. I'm like, oh, God. Fall asleep again. So falling asleep during sats is very tempting because it's like you relax, but it's like you want to relax, but just don't get too, what do you call it? Like, yeah, I said you have to be a little bit uncomfortable, but you don't want to be too uncomfortable then because then then you can't focus because then you're like, oh man, my neck hurts or my back hurts or this feels kind of weird. So just gotta meet someone. I don't get that, Hayden. Yo, anyone here have any trouble with Achilles tendonitis? Man, it's brutal. I've had yeah. It's funny you say that too. I have a short Achilles tendon. It's like too tight, and I was supposed to do stretches as a kid. I never really did them though, and they say it messed up my height. So maybe that's why I'm 5'11" and not 6 foot. His sleep tapes are the best. I do like Dylan James's. I will say that too, Mitzi. I will say I like Dylan James's sleep tapes. Those are the only ones I've really listened to. Maybe that and Robert Zink too. How long is this live? My phone's going to die for a while. Well, I'm going to be on for a bit, but it's been on for 65 minutes. I mean, right now the conversation's driving. We got 12 people. We were just up to 15, so it's we got stuff. We got a nice chat going here. So I'll be on for a while. And I know it's hard to get you on here, yup, and I'd love to hear what's going on with you. So, not sure what it means, but now I guess I need to stop trying to validate my news story by checking the 3D. Yeah, we don't want to check the 3D because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's old news. It's something that's already played out. Try to change the 3D into 3D, nothing ever happens. So, just focus on that positive. Like, go back into that dream. Go whatever parts of that dream you could capture in the dream, making it feel like a memory. Bring it in to the 3D, or bring it into your awareness where you could drop into that scene whenever. It's almost like you've already got the thing. That's a good idea. A lot of the times I do have something I want to tell him, so I'll just tell him in their conversations from now on. Yeah, Delaney, that helped upload it to your video. Oh wow, the video was supposed to be uploaded before this live, just uploaded right now. Well, if you guys want to see, it's like a 16-minute video. Basically, it tells you guys thank you for all the support. I love all of you guys very much. And if any of you have just joined, just a quick recap. I love all you guys a lot, and you guys do make a huge difference in my life. As big of an impact as I try to be for you guys are even bigger impact in my life for me. But also, Delaney, that is something big that helped me with my SP when I was starting. Actually, one of the times like when we were official and everything. And the time sets that I've fallen asleep with my sat scene, I get the manifestation in the 3D within 24 hours. But I also think I'm thinking too much about the scene instead of it playing out in my mind. Hold on. You're thinking of it too much. Well, if you have the scene and you keep playing it out and then you let it unfold naturally in a dream, or you let it play out in reality, like you said, you're getting it within 24 hours. So you could tell it's working, but just don't overthink it. Just feel good in it. Yeah. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. I'm trying to make sure I'm reading that right. I get more of it. Well, the scene is important to play out, so focus more. Like, you don't have to let the whole scene unravel. Just keep playing that one scene too, if anything. Then when you actually drift into sleep, it's going to play the whole scene that you want. My intrusive thoughts messed up my strength progress at the gym. I had to deload because I overtrained. That sucks, brother. Don't push yourself too hard. Remember my lesson: tear your chest. It's more that I am worried that it's not good enough scene to get me what I want. Well, that's where you got to start affirming, and you trust that it is a good enough scene. And here's how you know if it's good enough. Does it make you feel good when you drop into it? Then it's a good enough scene. Whew. Yeah, so anyone else who just joined in, that's love it. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad to see how much progress you guys are making too. Like I said, you guys don't realize how much how happy all this stuff makes me, and seeing your progress makes me. And I love how we could get whoever's in here. Like, we always have like our regulars and stuff, but it's like we have 770 followers. I would love to see getting more of them into the rotation. Each live, it's like some more people, pop out of the woodwork, and there's probably people who watch who don't ever say anything, and I appreciate all of them too. It's like I do like getting to know everybody, you know. There is always movement. Yes, sir. There's always movement. This cigar has been a struggle. This has been a mission. Spent these money and I didn't take care of them properly. Yo, I can't fuck this up. No, you can't fuck it up, brother. Because if I didn't fuck it up, there ain't nobody else here in this goddamn chat gonna fuck anything up. If I didn't fuck anything up, you guys aren't gonna fuck it up. Also, many people say keep your desire a secret. Yeah, a lot of people say keep it a secret, but I have got a big fucking mouth and I tell everybody everything that I'm doing. I mean, look, I have a whole channel that tells you guys everything about my life. And luckily, nobody has tried to find my SP and tell her about the channel. I actually showed her the channel the other day, but I didn't show her any of the videos. I just showed her the analytics page. Because she's like, oh, wait, she goes, you're doing like an online business? And I'm like, not a business, but it's like life coaching. She goes like, oh, like personal trainer? I'm like, kind of. So I showed her. Yeah, I see my SP every 1 or 2 weeks now. And if you remember, I was blocked for a few months. So definitely progress. Yeah, that's one of the things we can't like scoff at where we are because it's not exactly where we want to be in our end scene. But comparing to where we used to be, we got to look and be thankful for the progress we've made. Same thing with working out in the gym is the same thing with manifesting. But this man openly saying that I am going to manifest a motorcycle bigger. But this man is openly saying that I'm going to manifest a motorcycle a bigger, faster. In fact, I have manifested a motorcycle. That's awesome, H, and that's a bird before land for me because I was trying to manifest a black motorcycle that's either a Harley or Indian or some kind of cross in between there on those type of bikes. I don't know my bikes too well, but my SP rides the Crotch Rocket bike. I wouldn't ride one of those, but I'll ride another bike. Those ones will go too fast for me. Does she believe in manifesting? To a degree, I have not tried to explain manifesting to her. I tried to explain, I put it as prayer because I know she's semi-religious. And I know when we were broken up, she's like, I prayed for you every night and I was thinking about what you were doing and stuff. And it's like, now, was I manifesting you or were you manifesting me? Because prayer is, I mean, what you ask for in prayer and believe you have received. That's the definition of manifesting. And she's going through a situation where I tried to explain it to her. And it's a very painful, personal situation and I won't talk because it's her situation. And I tried to explain it to her. I was like, hey, let me teach you. And she was drinking. And this was when I got called into work this weekend and I didn't go. That was the big reason why they were going to fire me. And I decided to quit before they fired me. I don't know which was better. I don't want to work there anymore. But me and her were having this moment. And I like grabbed her by the shoulders. I'm like, listen to me. And she's already drunk and emotional and didn't want to hear it. I'm like, listen, I can help you achieve your desire and teach you. She goes, I know how to pray. I know you teach people about praying. And I understand they get results and stuff. And I don't care. I want to do things my way. I'm like, okay. And then, so her desire, I was trying to manifest it for her. I still am. Now it's only been 2 days now, but I'm going to sleep visualizing her telling me that desire has happened because I know it's going to make her happy. So this is going to be another testing on behalf of someone else. But it's just going to be real quick. It's not going to be my full end scene. It's just like something I daydream about here and there. Not daydream, but something I'll do a quick stats on real quick, couple minutes. Because I have other things I have to manifest for me, but seeing her happy and knowing that feeling makes me feel good. For all I know, she's already achieved that desire too. Now this thing really sucks. Hype me up with a gold cigar and it's just ass. I had to cut the whole nub off. That was the secret. But yeah, so that's one of the things I would love to report on that story. I was actually using you guys as part of that manifestation, telling you guys about the situation and how it played out. there was a coaching idea I had since the chat is dying down right now. I wanted to get your guys' opinion and no, because I mean, a lot of us have been in this community for a while. I've bought coaching and stuff when I was learning, and I was wondering what you guys think about this. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's like a dumb idea or not, but I thought about a coaching program where it's like I wouldn't be able to take a ton of clients, but I mean, even if I was doing this full time without a day job, it would be a way to sustain myself. And I was considering, like I said, I've been playing with ideas about going full time with this. It's like if I was getting regular clients plus having an opening where it's like access to my phone number and stuff. Now, when I first started, there are a few people when I first started who have access to my number, but I stopped doing that after a while. But I considered a coaching program where it's like I was thinking maybe like $1,000 a month for like if you need me for emergency calls, and we meet a couple times a week. If each session is $100, find a way to work it in where we have a certain amount of sessions, and then emergency contact for like $1,000 or something like that. Or I was trying to figure out the right pricing, but I don't know if it's like too expensive and out of reach. I know some people spend a lot of money on coaching, and I don't want to like I said, I've always felt guilty about it, but I was trying to think of ways where I could do this full time. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Is that a dumb idea? Is that to do something you guys would buy or something you guys would think somebody else would buy? Also forgot on a past person I used to talk to came back and said everything I wanted my SP to say after 3 years. Well, hopefully this means I have my manifestation. You do have your manifestation. Before we even continue, you do have your manifestation. The last 2 days have been great though. Well, I'm happy to hear they're great. Every other day is going to be great after this. You do have your manifestation now. I also forgot the person I used to talk to came back and said everything I want. And that's a bird before land, which means you're receiving all the stuff you want, and then you're feeling it's going to be your SP, so you're good. Take these all as signs like it's coming around the corner, and get in that expecting feeling, that excitement and expecting and fear. Those are like all really big things that make stuff come about. Like I was afraid to see my SP for a while. I'm like, I'm afraid we're gonna wind up getting back together and stuff. And that was the actual fear I was having because I didn't know if I wanted to be back with her. But I'm like, I'm afraid we're gonna get back together. And then through that fear, we wound up running into each other, and things kind of kicked off and stuff like that. That was out of fear, but then I've done it out of excitement. But I've been afraid to see her, and then it was a fearful thing, and then that kind of scared me off too. Yeah, so I haven't had this much movement in 2 years before finding this channel. I'm so very happy. Well, I'm so very happy too, Christina, because I remember after our first session, you were one of my first clients, I believe. Yeah, I do believe you were like it was right. You found me around the time I started actually doing the coaching or charging for the coaching, and then it wasn't even the next morning because we coached. I think my time it was around midnight, and then you messaged me the next morning that your SP had contacted you, and I believe if I was correct, you were in no contact and you were blocked. But I don't know if you were blocked. I want to say you weren't. But you texted me the next morning. I was like, holy shit, this woman is a master manifester. She should be running a channel. So I remember seeing that story. And then every time like you've been a little bit wavered or off the path, you've snapped yourself back, and then your results are always crazy. So I'm happy to see that. And it's just believing in yourself. And maybe it's like I'm just giving you the tools, or you're just using me as someone who's able to give you the tools, but they've been in you the whole time. I got to take off almost 5 a.m. here. Gotta have a good stream, guys. All right, Hayden, we'll talk to you later, brother. Glad you could jump in and join us. We'll see you soon. Yo, keep that pricing right. You have people from all walks of life. But yes, your aspiration can be compromised too. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like I don't want to charge, like, if you went on one session, it's like that's why I try to keep it cheap at like 100, because I know when I paid for a session with someone, it was like, I mean, you guys already know, but I don't want to keep repeating. But the place I paid for was like $250 or something like that. It was expensive, and I was like, okay, well, I want to do this. And the only reason I started charging was because I felt I was getting taken advantage of because I was doing free advice, and then people were like arrogant about it. It's like, hey, why aren't you back to me? Why aren't you back to me? And I was like, whoa, hold on. That was like in the early days of the channel when the channel really took off that first video. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll charge something. I'm like, and I think 100's a fair, reasonable price. And then I was trying to figure out what to charge like a coaching plan for, because I wanted to be like the Walmart of the channels, where it's like more people could afford it. Because I mean, I teach you everything I've done through here, through my videos, through the lives. If you have questions and you can't afford, that's why I do the lives. If people can't afford coaching, they come to the lives and ask the questions there. But for the more one-on-one stuff, I thought, okay, then I charge 100, and I think that'd be fair because that's more than I made an hour with my day job. And if I was able to book a certain amount of clients, I would be good. So that's kind of like where I came from, and I want to do it like I said. That's why I want to ask you guys. It's like, what's out of line? What's the proper pricing? Because I know some people surprises me like how much they've paid, and I'm like, I want people to pay for something that they're going to get results from, feel good about, and not feel that they broke the bank. Because I know there's certain people who've coached with certain places that are like paying thousands, and then they would tell me they haven't had results in all this time, and then they'll do one session with me, and then they get movement, and that's where it's like I don't want people breaking the bank. There are coaches who charge like an exorbitant fee, and it's a shame. Many people come to law of attraction coaches when they're desperate, so it's not good moral thinking. That's what I'm saying too. Yeah, that's why I always felt horrible charging, because I felt horrible charging in the first place because what do you call it? When I first started and I was trying to manifest, I was willing to pay almost anything, and I did. Like, that's when I paid a lot for the coaching, because I was at an ultimate desperate place. I did not know what to do. I was drinking myself to death, gambling myself to death, all over SP, which never, ever, I don't want any of you to get to that point of drinking so much and then getting behind the wheel of a car. It's a miracle I made it home and nobody got hurt that time. It's a miracle I didn't gamble all my money away that night, or I didn't get in a bar fight. It was a bad way, and I don't want any of you to go in that way. That's why I try to do as much free content and be as open and honest with you guys of what I went through, because I don't want anyone else in that position. And at the same time, I want to make a living doing this so I can continue doing it, and not like I need to be like, yeah, I'm just, because I don't want to ever come off like, I know I've mentioned the coaching a lot, but it's like I don't want to come off as the guy who's like just doing this for the money, because I'm excited when people, a lot of the stories I'm getting too are people like who haven't even coached, they've just watched the videos and been in the lives, and then they jump in the live and they tell me more. Or then I get my clients who have actually coached for me, like Christina, and then she's got results the next day, and that, like, I jumped off the couch when I read that, and like every time I get a success story from someone, I feel like that. So it's the same way. I'm trying to be like, what's fair and what's not. I feel like that's a reasonable price. Oh, thank you, Mitzi. Yeah, I figure for people who only need, because I believe like you only need one session, but there's certain people who's like they almost want like someone in their corner where it's like, okay, I could call on you at any time, and I'm like, and I don't have a problem doing that. I always have my phone with me. I'm used to being on call with my jobs, and if I'm not working a day job, that would mean I've got more free time. It would be like Monday through Friday, you could contact me at this time, and then on Fridays, like Friday morning, I was thinking, if you bought that coaching package or whatever, it would be every Friday I would only take like maybe 4 to 5 people a month on that particular thing. And then we would sit down, and every Friday, like, okay, book everybody up for that Friday, what time we're doing, because I know the weekends are the hardest time, especially when it comes to SP, or it's this time where you're alone, and if you're whatever you're manifesting, it's going to be bothering you on the weekend. So I sit down and we talk and we get your mind straightened out for the weekend and get you fired up. And then Monday there will be the lives, but then maybe I'll do a Monday check-in, so it'll be like twice a week checking in. And then during the week, any emergencies that pop up, I'd be there. So I thought that 1,000 would be fair for that, and then 100 fair for the other stuff. And then if I did a little coaching program, $80 I think would be more affordable for that. It's your nice energy too, man. You're a genuine coach. Well, thank you, brother. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything about anyone else, but some of them, it's like, I get people like their privacy. I've always been an open book. I've told everybody everything my entire life because I feel like I've got nothing to hide. And it's like a David Goggins, but something I learned from David Goggins too is put yourself out there and not be afraid to tell what's wrong with you. So that's why I show you guys my fuck ups and how you still can't fuck up from it. You guys have seen me fuck up a lot. And I show you my entire journey. It's like starting out with having the SP, breaking out of the friend zone, and then telling you where I was before that and all that stuff. So I tried to just be as real and genuine as possible because I don't want people just hearing like, because sometimes I do feel like it's just like, oh, here's what people teach online, here's what pays money. I'm just gonna say this. So that's why I always show you guys the real world, like real shit that I've done. I think that's a good price and a good idea, honestly, especially for those who really need daily and weekly coaching. Yeah, I think so too, Christina. But that's an idea. It came to me a while back, but I didn't have the confidence until I started seeing these past 2 weeks or so. Feels like everything's lining up for it. I've gotten more success stories like in the past 2 weeks or so. People like they're sharing it because they're seeing how the reaction to the other success stories I was reading was received. So it's like we're getting more success stories, we're getting more followers, more people wanting to buy coaching, and I know more people like might want that one-on-one tailored experience. So I'm like, okay, let me maybe create that for them, and then still have the $100 sessions for anyone else who wants to just do a one-time thing. You have to charge for your time. Time is valuable. Yeah, exactly. And I thought, you know what? If I do that, it's like 4 or 5 clients. I mean, that basically puts me at what I was making already at my current job, which means I could go and do this full time. And then just from those 4 to 5 clients. And I think in the next video, I think tonight I'm gonna make a little thing where it's like the coaching packages and stuff like that, and pound that out tonight, and then like start putting it at the end of the videos, where if anybody wants to do that, they could do that. And then we would set up a whole system for that, and then more people would book. And then when I start selling the Mystic Manifesting merch and stuff like that, because I don't want to take donations, I want people to be getting something out of it. So like the Mystic Manifesting notebook or a t-shirt or a hat. And that's why I tried to make the logo fun and cool at the same time. And just when you look at it, remember, I can't fuck this up. So something to always have with you. And I'm just trying to like pound out which merch designs we want and stuff. Just died out. Just talking too much. Yeah, so I figured I'd run that by you guys first. I don't want to just throw something out there and then it not be reasonable or be stupid or something like that. Because I want something that's going to actually help people and stuff like that. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day. I hope you're having a great day too, Eric. Welcome in. Glad to see you, brother. We're just relaxing. We're about 87 minutes in. I don't know how much longer we're going to continue. I was hoping, hopefully, Yup gets back on. We'll wait longer for her because I know she wanted to talk a bit. And I wanted to check in with her. Like I said, these lives are like the free time where I'm able to talk to people and help them out and stuff like that. What about manifesting channels like a lecture and meetup like this? Oh, 1 second. What about manifesting challenges with a lecture and meetup like this, like every 2 to 4 weeks? I would pay per challenge. That would be cool to do. That would be like Neville Goddard's masterclass, and that was one of the things I'm looking into doing is setting up the paid membership channel where it's like pretty much you get the to do a paid membership. I know a couple of the coaches do the paid membership channel. So basically they have the regular channel where they post daily, but then they'll post 2 videos a day, one of them for everyone and one for the VIP group or whatever. And then I would just do 2 lives a week. I would do the live where we all are, and like I would be more strict on that time and stuff like that because it would be a group, but it would be a live there on that group where we'll do a challenge per week. And then I would recap the challenge too with maybe a shorter video. And then we would do that. So I think that's how that would work. I would like to do that. And I really appreciate all your guys' support too. Like willing to pay to keep me around and help me do this full time. That's even more like, that's why I said this feels like a family because you guys are like, you have the faith in me. And then when you're doing the stuff I'm teaching, and you're seeing the results, is making me feel good, it's making me feel better about my stuff. Because even I waver sometimes too. And it's like, Sometimes I'll waver on certain things like, no, remember this person, or remember this person, or remember when they did this, or remember when they did that. Remember when you told them this and then they did that, and it's something you were already doing before and you had results from it and then they had results, then stop wavering. And you guys help me just as much as I help you, and if not more, like I said. So I really appreciate that and your belief in me. Oh, yes, challenges will be, yeah. I've tried to do them a couple times in these lives, but then nobody really came back to me with the idea. And Mitzi likes that idea too. Okay, so if you guys like it, and you guys are all the regulars, I think a lot of other people will like it too. And one of the other things I'm going to start doing too, starting tomorrow, is I'm going to go back through all my old videos and clip out little shorts from each one of them so I can post those on shorts, post these other ideas I got for shorts, and then what else did I want to do? So we'll post all these things for the shorts, and then on TikTok as well. TikTok's a little bit easier where we could, I don't know if you, now TikTok doesn't really pay. I think YouTube would getting ad revenue. We're close to have enough followers to do ad revenue on YouTube, but one of the things I don't like about TikTok is it's not as engaging as here. Like I could talk to you guys more. People don't really comment on TikTok and stuff. Do you follow Manifest with Perseus? She uses science to back the law of assumption. I do not, but I will. I don't have a pen or nothing, but I'll remember that name, Perseus, because I like that name. I'll have to check her out. Yeah, I think it's visible to see who I follow. Pretty much all the channels are like from the beginning of me learning about manifesting to where I am now. Those are all the people I've listened to. And like I said, I still listen to everybody, not everybody, but I still listen to a lot of these coaches every day just because I like to hear them talk. I like to hear what their take on certain things are, like especially Nea, because Nea reminds me of me. It's not just always about like a technique, it's about like a life lesson or something like that. And I mean, you'd be making good money if 700 people paid a month for VIP membership, and the number would only grow. I still like the idea of chapters and reading Neville. That's what I want to get back into. Tomorrow morning I'm going to start with that, doing that, and I'm going to post those. And I still have a few success stories that I have to go through and double check. I don't know. That's why I have to go back and rewatch videos, because I don't know what I've posted at this point and which ones I haven't even recorded yet. On YouTube, check her out. Okay, for sure, Downtown, I'll check her out. My hair just starting to wear out. My hair's getting puffy. I'm not looking as dapper for you guys. Hold on, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to crack the window, actually. But yeah, it was getting smoky in here. I thought that was just me. Remember us little people when you're a big time manifesting coach and YouTube famous. Oh, I'll remember you guys. I'm honestly surprised at how photographic my memory was. My boss at this job, like I said, when I walked away there, you're an idiot. You forget things all the time. If I forgot things all the time, maybe I forget things that are important, but I remember everything about the clients that, like I just said for you, Christina, I remember you being one of my first clients. I remember we coached in the middle of the night. I remember you having results the next day. You're one of the few clients who actually has my phone number. There's, what do you call it? It's like I'm able to remember a lot of that stuff. And I realize that when something's important to me, I will remember it. Yeah, and then I could see people's little emblems. Like when I see a purple one, even without, if I don't have my glasses on to see a purple circle, I know it's either going to be Christina or Mark. I don't know, like pretty much I recognize almost everybody's names and stories. There's Yup. Well, now I'm recognizing, this one was quick though, because Yup had something else. Hi everyone, catching up now. Hey Yup, we were just talking about like ideas for me going full-time into coaching and stuff like that. Now that, if you missed that part, I quit my day job. And and I'm now focused on trying to go full-time into this. I did have a backup job, which I will take if they offer it. If not, that's the only thing you really missed. And then I see George, and I said whenever I see Green G, I know it's going to be George. I love success stories. They're super motivational. Yeah, I was just reading your comments too. I was going through all the comments and finally replying to them all today too. And I saw you like those. I'm trying to get more of those all set up because, like I said, I have to go back. I don't even remember which ones I've posted and stuff at this point. And we were talking about like different type of coaching programs. Since you guys just dropped in, I'll tell you the idea I had for that. Do you have any crazy success stories from clients? I've been posting a few, and I don't know if I'm gonna put another one. There's a green one that I don't recognize. Um, but I'll tell you that one in a second. This is amazing. We really are advancing so quickly. Yeah, it is. I really like the way the channel's going, and I like I said, I love you guys and how much you guys like motivate me, and have kept me around. Like, I was not going to, like I said, you guys could thank Ink too. Ink was the one who really kept me around. Um, what do you do in the meantime while manifesting money? See, that's the thing too. That's where it's like I'm looking to do that. It's like, well, one of the ideas I had was like sometimes you'll get an idea while manifesting money, and it will be an inspired action. One of them was I just posted a money story the other day. It's also not having an attachment to the money either, and needing it. Like, that's why I love the slot machines. I talk about my slot machine wins and stuff. I don't hit anything big like Ania Create Your Future. I haven't. I'm not going to say I don't because that's negative, but I haven't hit anything yet. But I posted one where I put 20 bucks in, got 30 or whatever, and then I worked my way down to 20. I'm like, whatever. And then the machine dishes out like a bunch of fives to me. I put a five back in. My friend went for breakfast. This was the day I got food poisoned last week. That's why that was the only video I had last week. I had no attachment to it, but I knew I was running low on money. I was playing with the idea of quitting this day job. Didn't know what I had lined up, but I kept affirming money comes easy, effortlessly, and joyfully into my life. Just like I kept saying that, like what's his name, Joseph Murphy's affirmation, right? So I said it, and I said my world takes care of me, and I was doing stuff like that. So then I went and sat down on the machine. I put the $5 in, and then I thought that Mitch was getting up to leave, and I was like, okay, bam, I'm just gonna bet $4. I'm like, if you don't bet big, you won't win big, or something like that. I'm like, I just have that much confidence in myself. But really, I was just like, I was gonna hit the $4 and then the $1 and then walk away, and I'd be broke on it. I hit the $4 bet, and I won 147 bucks, I think it was. And I'm like, man, that's crazy because I released that attachment to it. Or another time when I was gambling, I'm like, I'm leaving with $1,000. I'm leaving with $1,000. Now these are all little. It's not being rich or anything like that, but divine ideas will come into your head. Like when I first started the channel, like I said, I wasn't coaching for money. I was doing it for free. Then it was just for my time. Just like it's like if you really, really feel you need a session with me, then okay, I'll do it, but it's gonna cost money. But then the idea came to me when I was like, it actually came to me in a dream or a half, like I don't know if I was a dream or sleep. That's where this idea of like $1,000 for the month and with 2 weekly check-ins and an emergency option to text me came up, and I had never really worked out all the details, but like that vibe of that idea came to me. I'm like, if I did 4 to 5 people like that, I would make about what I make now or a little bit more. And I'm like, okay, then that's possible. So ideas will start to flow to you, and they will not be crazy hard or effortless. So if you're trying to get rich, there's that. But I will tell you from the point of view, I will always teach and tell you from the point of what I've done and learned. I am not a rich person. I'm not rich. I've got enough money saved up where I was able to walk away from the job, but I still have another one on tap right now. But I am also manifesting being rich myself, or financially independent enough where I could take my family out of the jobs that they're in my SP, and then live the life where I'm a full-time manifesting coach. I was going to do it through acting. I was going to do it through movie making, and I still love those things, but the value that I get from coaching is a lot more important to me than that. And what I've seen is you're getting ideas. Ideas come to you where it's like, oh, this can make money, or it's like an inspired action, like play the slot machine, like, or you get put in a situation where it's like Mitch was waiting for me. He went in the diner first, even though I was there first. I thought he was gonna meet me in the parking lot. He goes in. He goes, I'm already in here. He goes, go in the gaming room. I'm like, gaming room? I forgot about this diner had a gaming room, and he's gambling money, and then he puts in money, and he was feeling good, and he's happy, and he wins 220 bucks off 40. So, and then I'm like, and he's like, lunch is on me, or breakfast on me, breakfast on me. I'm like, no, it's on me. And there's the videos on the channel, but it's like you get put into situations or you get ideas in your head that will help you reach that goal, and it becomes more of an inspired action. So anyway, hold on, what else do we have? This is amazing. We're all moving so quickly. Manifesting money. Also, just an idea. I know everyone is doing, but maybe guided SATs meditation. That's a good one. Actually, I had that idea for a video, and I told Inked about it the other day. Or subliminal. I would loop that every night. That gets views. I did consider not subliminal, because I mean, personally, I don't like my voice, but apparently it's good enough where you guys like to, or 770 people like to listen to my voice. But one of the things was a guided SATs, because I realized so many people have trouble visualizing. If I'm telling you what to picture, you might be able to picture a little bit easier. So that was an idea for a video. What's your advice for someone who wants to manifest? Okay, so that's what I was saying. I want to be a millionaire too. Yep. I took inspired action 2 weeks ago. I bet $10 on UFC parlay and won 600. That's awesome, brother. I never bet on sports before. I should have bet 20. Yeah, well, one of the things is, one of my friends, he started flipping items on eBay and stuff like that, and he's doing sports bets, and he'll give me tips on things, and like we've split some stuff. He's like, oh, he bought like a Power Ranger helmet, and he goes, what do you know about Power Ranger? I'm like, I don't know. I know the one guy is dead now, and his stuff's worth a lot of money. He goes, well, let's buy this Power Ranger helmet for $300, and then we wound up flipping it, whatever it is. I made $125 profit off it. We were supposed to make like $1,000, but whatever, he sold it for a deal or whatever. He just took the best offer because he didn't like waiting too long. But through manifesting, I'm a patient man. Whatever, it was still a profit. But it's an opportunity presented itself. Yes, guided stats would be great. Okay, so either after this video or in one of the posts or something, I'm gonna do it. Or no, never. Tell me now and I'll remember it. What is a guided stat you want to do? I'm assuming it's probably gonna be SP related, right? You have Instagram? Yes. So on all my videos, especially the newer ones, I started putting my link tree, but every video should have my Instagram, which is flex_Lassiter. And you know what? I got the board. I'll be right back to promote it. These are some other things if you want to see. I mean, that's the comedy channels that I have. If you guys want to be distracted, like I said, I know it could be a tough time going through a lot of that, but the IG is up there. I know it's sloppy. But flex_Lassiter, that's ER at the end. If you want to screenshot that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. All right. If you guys want me to put it back up, I will. SP, money, health, ideal body, and perfect health. Well, like, I don't know what I just did right there. One of the things too, Christina, would be try to visualize having it all now. And one of the ways I do that too is, this is where fitness comes in. Like because I want all the same things too. It's like money, health, all that stuff. One of the things, like I said, if you got a little bit of stuff to throw around, like this watch is like $30 maybe, but it looks expensive. My suit is this little pieces of stuff I found on sale that matched, and the ties from the thrift store, $3 at the thrift store, but it makes me feel good, makes me feel like I'm wealthy. I set myself up in ways where I could feel wealthy, and when I go into the gym and my muscles are feeling tight, I'm feeling buff, I'm feeling healthy, I'm feeling like I'm ready in my end state. So it's like, okay, you got the health and you got the wealth put down, and then I'm making videos every day for the channel, so it's like, okay, that's something I want to do. So maybe find out what type of life you'd want to live. What would it look like? And when you're already feeling physically, like that's why working out's important in my opinion. You're feeling like it's already done. You're like, it's hard to explain. Like if you're feeling in shape, then naturally, if you're an in shape person, what are you gonna do? It's like, well, I've got this part of my life in check, and I'm dressed real nice because I've got money, and it just looks expensive. But in your subconscious, like I've got money. I'm thankful for money. I'm thankful every morning I wake up. Here's like the first few things I say every morning. I'm thankful for having a place to live. I'm thankful for my family, my friends. I'm thankful SP is my loving, committed girlfriend. I'm thankful for the Mystic Manifesting family. I'm thankful for a successful channel. I'm thankful for having money in my bank. I'm thankful for being wealthy. And it's like all stuff I know is true, but it's like I say I'm thankful for having money in my bank, which my brain knows is true. Not to be negative, but it's like I'm not wealthy. But I've got enough to, like I said, enough to not have to go back to work for a little bit if I don't get this other job. But I take it as wealthy. Like I never have to go back to work again because my day job is doing this channel. So I do stuff like that to trick my mind every morning and feel like that. And then when you wake up and you feel jacked and handsome and you look yourself in the mirror, even though you might not have the best self concept before, like I haven't, I trick myself into it. So that's one of the things. You could do a guided stats and series. Oh, that's true. Yeah, for each different thing, like having money, having SP, things like that. That's a good idea too. It could do that. Is that already? I'm done with it. You know what would be nice if I had some juice boxes left? That'd be real classy. You know what's crazy? I remember drinking the last two. I distinctly remember drinking my last two juices, and I pictured one being in the fridge. Bang. Either my memory's not as good as I thought, or I just manifested this out of thin air. And see, you know what? Something like this should be treated as big as winning the lottery. This is what I'm talking about. I'm really thankful. I'm like, after the cigar, I need to quench my thirst. And this was something as a child. My mom said, those are bad for you. Never buy those. Now I'm a grown man, Mama. I could do whatever I want. My mom sometimes watches lives. Yeah, because then all of us could replay those daily. That's good, yeah. Does SP tell you things that you said in your inner conversation? Things that she would never say without you manifesting it? Yeah, Delaney, actually, like everything. Remember, I don't know if you've seen the one video, but I did do one video on eavesdropping technique. The conversation I used to picture her and her best friend having, they had multiple times about me, and both of them had told me at different times, not even trying to tell me anything, but just let it slip. That exact conversation had happened, and it's very out of character for my SP. She said things, the most out of character thing that I would say, that because she's someone who's very afraid, it's a bad thing on my part to assume, but I'll tell you where she's coming from. It's hard for her to commit to loving someone, and she's very careful not to use that love word. She'll even write it LUV. I get sometimes that's how girls write it, but I love that you do that, or I love this about you, but LUV, not LOVE. So my end scene picture is her saying I love you and getting close to me and doing that. Now that's something I've been working on for maybe 2 weeks now, on and off, and I'm feeling it, and like the progression is like feeling closer and closer to that. So yes, but everything, pretty much everything that I could remember, or anything important that I wanted her to say, has been said. What is that? It's a juice, like Kool-Aid. It's from the dollar store. It's called Hug Fruit Barrel. I miss those juices. Very nostalgic. Yeah, this is the nostalgic day. You know what? I want the mini bites brownies. That'd be good right now. But I didn't buy none. Never had one. Now I want one. Yeah, you got to get one. And blue's the best flavor of any drink. Unless it's pop. The only pop I'll drink is orange pop. Or Coke if it's with rum and Coke. Oh yeah, I've seen that video. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, it's crazy because that's what happened. It blows your mind when you see it happen. Yeah, they are. It's refreshing, quenching. Sponsor me, Hug. Dollar store should sponsor me. I keep dreaming of SP, very vivid dreams. See, that's like a general thing in the group today. That's like the theme of today. Everybody's dreaming about their SPs. And it's usually a sign, like in my experience, when I was dreaming of SP and I started getting that feeling of expectancy and it was very easy to do stuff, like feeling like she was already with me, that's when the manifestation came in. So I'm glad to hear that, Eric. It's like so many people in the group are feeling that now. And that's making me really, really happy because that was always a sign right before it happened for me. They need to make these bigger. It's classy, right? Drinking a child's drink in a suit after smoking a cigar. Basic dude stuff. Why is the light like throbbing when I move? People bring her up, and she came to my work, but not for me. See, it's all like it's like slowly coming into your world. The more you realize it, and the more you credit that as a sign that it's happening, the more it's gonna happen. Because whatever it's weird. Whatever you believe is working is working. Now I'm lurking. Where are you working? Where are you lurking at? Yup, yup. Were you one of the people who followed my Instagram? I saw some notifications come up. It's hard to tell because there's nowadays the fake profiles. That's my eyeball. I don't see your eyeball. Wait, is it your profile picture supposed to be your eye? It's still the pink thing. Is that a dragonfly on a leaf? It's still the pink one. Not yet. Just getting on social media. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you went on Instagram, lurking, and you put your eyes the picture. What if I manifested another one out of thin air in the fridge? That'd be crazy. I would call me if I already know there isn't one. I would call me a fake profile if I pulled another one out because I know there isn't. And I'm here. Nope. All right, now this might be a dumb question because I'm very hungry. Um, if I have a Portillo's salad that's been in the fridge since last Monday when I went on a date with SP there, and I were to eat said salad right now, what are the chances I get food poisoning again? I can say my stats since my B stats since work this week. Eric, that's perfect time to tweak your visualization. Hold on. Yep. What does that mean? I can say my B stats since it worked this week. Oh, you want to? Oh, you're going to tell us what you did in stats since it worked. Yeah. Tell us a success story. I'd love to hear it. It wouldn't even taste good. I wouldn't eat it. Okay. Let me take it out of the fridge and throw it in the garbage so I don't get tempted later. That means it's soup for dinner before I do the other stuff. What a shame, too. Those are such delicious salads. I didn't get one this week because I told SP I can't go out with her tonight. Tony, she wrote in all caps. Very well. I figured I'd ask. It's in the garbage now. You may not get sick, but it will be nasty. Yeah, I figured it's probably slimy now. I didn't even open it. Left it in the bag. But I do want to, whenever we end this, I do have, only other thing I got here is soup. Maybe I should manifest SP living with me so she could cook for me. She's a good cook, but she doesn't like to cook. I'm a horrible cook and I hate to cook, so it makes sense. The mystic will I did manifest that. That's something else. She goes, I don't cook for nobody no more since like, cause she's like, obviously you guys know, I think you guys know my SP was married before. She's like, oh, I don't really cook for no one. I haven't lived with nobody like that for years and years and years. And I was like, she don't cook for me. And she's cooked for me multiple times now. So that's something out of character that has happened. That was just something I would affirm. And because there's no attachment to it, it's very easy to do. When you feel it's important, it feels like it's something that needs to be done. That's when it gets hard. Oh wait, did Yup Yup tell her success story yet? I want to hear Yup Yup's success. She said sadness. I did do sats and felt it a lot. I got emotional and went to sleep and had a nice dream about us. That's awesome, Eric. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier before you got in the video. I was having like crazy good sats this week where it's like an hour or two I was able to like I got into like a nice meditative state, and it's like sometimes I had to fight into it a little bit, and I finally got into it, and it's like the sats were amazing. They were like an hour or two, but they felt like 8 to 12 hours. One of the times it felt like a year long, and it's like I played out a whole bunch of different scenarios. They felt good, and some of them have become like memories. Like they feel really good, and like now I can kind of see. I mean, I'm taking her on her dream vacation, and not this weekend, next weekend. Yeah, this thing. It's gonna be a crazy like couple weeks coming up. If you check your 3D, does it ruin the manifestation progress? Well, number one, you can't fuck this up. And if you believe it fucks it up, it fucks it up. Because the only reason I would say if you keep checking and checking, if you already had something, would you keep checking for it? If I was dating my SP, this is something I was very guilty of too. If I'm, and like I'm with my SP now, so it's like if I'm dating my SP, am I going to see if she's online? Am I going to see when I was feeling insecure and before, and I would do this and we were together, it would manifest a breakup because you'd have to go into that state again. So why would I be checking? Oh, is she online? Did she message me back? If you text your friend and he doesn't respond to you, or if you're a lady and you text your friend and she doesn't respond to you, are you like, oh my god, are they online? Are they online? Are they online? No, you don't. If you text your sibling or your family member and they don't reply to you, it's like, and you might remember it lately. You text them and you forget about it and say, oh, I wonder. Like, I haven't forgot till right now till we just brought that up. The SP messaged me at the beginning of the stream. I still haven't even answered it back. I'm not like, I don't feel that need, and that's what you, that's part of the detachment. You still desire your SP. You still desire your, whatever you desire desires you, remember that. But you still want something, but you're not like needing it at this moment because you already have it. So by not needing it and detaching, it's only because you already have it, right? So that's the point of it. And you have your SP, so you don't need to go check or whatever. I don't know what you were doing to check the 3D, drive by their house or nothing like that. I went a week without checking socials and ruined it over the weekend and checked SP social. Well, don't say you ruined it, because right now you're already in that negative state of, oh, I ruined it. You didn't ruin it. And maybe, if anything, if it does hit you at all, like as a wavering thing, you maybe delayed it. I always say, if I didn't ruin it, I delayed it if you have to say anything negative about it. But don't say anything negative about it. Just say, there was one coach, I tried it before, I don't know, but I was doing a lot of other things, so I don't really know if it affected it. But if you believe it works, it'll work. Because that's the whole point. If you believe it works, it works. But one of the things, well, the theory was, if you, it's like the more I check, the more things go in my favor. Because if you're someone who can't not check, and it's like, it's true too. I would stay off social media. It was really hard for me when I wasn't blocked. It was like, please just fucking block me and then unblock me when my manifestation is complete. Because it got hard. I won't lie. I fell asleep listening to Neville, laid on the side like I was the little spoon, and imagine him kissing me goodnight and me smiling. I let myself feel secured and trusting like it was real. That's a good set scene. That's why I usually feel like I prefer to be the big spoon. And I prefer to be the one who does kiss my SP goodnight. But I do this, a very similar scene to what I do when I wanted to do it. And some nights, even when even being together, it's like I'll just do it because it feels good. We don't live together. So if I'm not going to see her for a while, it's like, well, I'm going to sleep with her like she's here every night. But now I know, you usually send them in parts, so that was your scene you did. Now let's hear, you were going to tell us the result, or you just wanted to tell me the stats you did and how good it felt? I want to make sure I understood that. Nothing was on there, but I did end up deleting my account for now, because I am unfortunately one of those people who like to check the 3D. Well, that's good, and especially too because there's a negative to the social media where it's like the only place I would go on was YouTube and listen to manifestation content, and I still I've gone back to that now just because scrolling through the stuff is bad for you, I think, because you brainwash yourself a little bit. It's like you become inundated with negative, 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 negative. It's like, okay, here's something about a breakup. If you're, I'm using TikTok as an example. You go on TikTok, it's like that thing about a breakup because it's relatable and it makes me feel good. And then boom, boom, boom. Oh, look, there's another thing kind of similar to the other one, like it. And then the algorithm starts putting more and more in there. And you're slowly being hypnotized into someone who is um, very negative about or cynical on a relationship. So it's better just to be off the social media anyway. And uh, I also feel good about it too because it's like now I go on social media to post content for here, post content for my other channels, and it's like I still don't like seeing when my SP posts and we're together. And it's still something that it reminds me of the past just because it had so much triggering stuff. And it's like even when it's like stuff SP posts with me, I just don't want to see it. It's like, and I don't want to really see anything anyone else is posting. It's like I go on there, I post what I gotta post. I do it to because, like I said, I want to be putting myself out there online. But it's like I'm either creating content or posting it, and then walking away, and then put it out there for people to enjoy. And then if I have to check anything, I'm checking my own socials to see what people said to me, and or feedback that helped me with whatever business I was doing, and then respond to the people like on here. I affirm every hour of the day for a good 10 minutes. Is that obsessing? I don't think it's obsessing if it makes you feel good. That's the thing. The whole point of this life is to feel good and to experience things that we want to experience. So if it makes you feel good to do that, but if you feel like if you got an alarm set where it's like, oh, 7 p.m., turn on a stopwatch for 10 minutes, and it's like, is SP here? Nope. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you in an hour, and then go back. If it's like that, that's kind of more obsessive, and it's like feeling you need to do it, almost like a compulsion. But if it's just like, it's like, oh, maybe it feels like an hour, but maybe it's 2 hours or whatever, and then you just kind of you're chilling out, and it's like, oh, you know what's gonna feel good right now? Affirmation. You start doing some affirmations, or for me, I like visualizing. It's like, oh, you know what feels good right now? Visualizing. Or if I'm bored, I'll just do visualizing. Um, so it's not obsessing if it makes you feel good. I've been off social media for 2 years, less drama in life and negativity. Yeah, exactly. There's really no point. I mean, unless you're gonna try and start like an online business or something like that. I mean, I would be off it too probably, but I do like to create content and I like to do this. So it's like I like to do that and I like to see what people had to say about it. But it's like I don't really care what I mean. If they're my friends and stuff like that, but it's like you see something like that. Like I know a couple guys who started a business, and for a while when I wasn't feeling like I mean I like we talked about this today. I don't like what I do for a day job. A big reason I walked away from it. You might have a little bit of a pissing contest or dick measuring contest when you see it's like, oh, these guys are doing good and they got their own business and there's two guys I went to high school with, they're brothers and they run a restaurant. It's like, well, me and my brother don't have a business going or anything, and it's kind of like it fucks with you to a degree, and that's why I don't really do it. I try to stay off it. We all have that ego. Anytime I started to doubt the manifestation, I would say, who am I kidding? This guy is bananas over me. He likes me so much, and he's been nervous to reach out to me, but misses me so much, and nothing compares. That's awesome. That's a great way to pick yourself up from it too. Visualizing is so much fun. I like to do. It's like I've learned to love to do that more than even being on social media. Well, I feel like persisting helps saturate the mind more. Yeah, persisting does help saturate the mind more, but persisting always doesn't have to be. I mean, like I said, if it's working for you and you feel like it's working and it makes you feel good, then do it. But it doesn't have to be like, I could be persisting in the state, like I could do one technique in the day, like I could wake up, do gratitude, and then do sats about my SP, and then not do sats the rest of the day, but just feel and trust that that one time was enough and I feel good, and it's like, and if SP pops in my head, just think about that situation, or if SP pops in your head, just think about that affirmation. That would be persisting. Or like how Yup Yup did, like flipped it around. So it doesn't have to be doing that. But like I said, if it makes you feel good and it makes you happy, then do it. I feel like a psychiatrist in this chair with these big ass glasses and the suit. Turns out it was true. but more to come on that. More to come on that, and that's the end of the story, or that there's more, or you're going to keep writing more to the success story. I hope there's more to the success story. But anyway, you found out that he was afraid to reach out to you, and that's what he parroted back to you through that. I'm actually going to take my glasses off and start to hurt the side of my head. Well, I think I made it true. Well, you did, yeah. So that's awesome. I love that story. That when you were struggling with stats, you used it to flip it around, and it does that. Exactly, yeah. Thoughts do create. So I'm glad that I'm glad you did that. Yep. That's a good success story. I love it. My eyes are like all dried out. I say we go for another 10 minutes. They do, yep. Thoughts create. I'm really happy right now. I feel really good. I thank you guys again for all your support. I can't wait to see what we have coming with this week. That was good to see you. You're looking good, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And glad to see you here as well. Yeah, like I was saying, I think we go for maybe another 10 more minutes or so. We're at 125 minutes or so. I'll go to 135 minutes. It seems like a good number. Take this belt off too. It's starting to grind into my hips. Have you tried SATS method? Oh, that's what we were actually just talking about. The SATS method. That's where Yup just had her success, and I've been doing really good SATS stuff. And we were talking about making guided SATS videos too this upcoming week. I want to do some guided ones because I know some people struggle with visualizing. Hopefully, the guided SATS will help people understand it a little bit more, or be easier for them to visualize. I'll update in a few weeks because I don't want him to run across this channel. And I was detailed in real time. And I was too detailed in real time. Especially because it's about to get juicy. That's awesome. Yeah, they keep me up there. Well, you said you follow me on Instagram now too. So if you want, you can send me a DM with the story, how it goes. But I think that's awesome. That's a great story. I advise this every time when I say, well, we're about to wind down, we jump up in viewers now, because now we're at like 18 people. I feel like there's a lot of international viewers too, because whenever I do these late, we always get more viewers too. So, I mean, I'll stick it out if more people got questions and stuff like that. But if anything too, I'm going to leave the video up. And then I just posted the 16-minute video, which I recorded today. And like I said, today's the only lesson really in the video that I posted was going to be to trust the process. And it was more just a thank you video for you guys. Thank you for being supportive of me. Thank you for sending me your success stories. Thank you for trusting me as a manifesting teacher. And just how much I love you guys and appreciate you guys. About social media, here's a PSA. Let's hear the PSA. Yep. Don't forget to check out Manifest. Oh, yeah. Manifest with Paris. Oh, wait. How did I say Paris? Percy's. See you next live downtown. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hopefully you got some what does Akshay say? Hopefully you derived some value from this. It's hard to see now. I gotta like zoom in. Well, yeah, we'll chill out a little bit. Let's see what does Yup have to say on the social media topic. And I'm happy to hear how well she's doing. Oh, Yup, you never said. Oh wait, no, you did say you did say what happened. You didn't like having your picture up. Oh, here. I always link this. I put my link tree too. Some people wanted to check it out. The stuff, these are my other channels. Instagram's the only one where it's kind of like the middle of everything. This stuff's all comedy stuff that I do on the side. But if you missed this channel, it's like, this is my main focus now. Everything's through Mystic. I appreciate and love all you guys for all your support. I'm going to go balls to the wall on this channel. I love Percy. She's just posted a video of the CIA document proving the law of assumption is real. That's awesome. See, I've heard about that, but I've never actually read the document. That'd be cool to see. When I first was on this channel, I felt beat down because I was comparing myself to everyone else. I completely started comparing my life to my own dreams. I swear I'm jumping into a higher self. I love to hear that you're in a higher self too. Yep, yep. I'm glad that from the time you found the channel to where you are now, I've seen a lot of movement and progress in you, and that makes me really happy. That did motivated me to keep going. Well, I'm glad, Downtown. That makes me happy to hear. Have a good one, brother. Hit you up in a bit. Sounds good. Oh, what's up, brother? Yeah, I didn't even see. I was gonna say. I thought I recognized that face right there. I had to zoom in a lot to see. Thought I recognized that face down there. Well, thank you. And like I said, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate yous as well. And I can't wait. I mean, honestly, like I said, I'm open for whatever happens. Whatever's gonna happen, I'm open to. But I would, honestly, like I'm thinking, maybe walk in faith and just do this. Maybe it's time to just become the mystic. Gotham needs a mystic. The mystic has no limits, Alfred. What will happen when we find out he does? That's Bane's voice. You guys gotta keep commenting because you're gonna make me say a bunch of stupid, awkward stuff. Well, we only got 4 minutes left anyway. I just want to make sure no one else has anything they want to talk about or need help with before I go. Then we'll get to work on a couple other things for this week on the channel. Tonight, it's already kind of late, but well, that's my full-time job, so I gotta go put some work in, and in the morning wake up, hit a workout, and record some other stuff. If you guys want, I'm gonna start sharing this other channel I do, which is gonna be almost the brother channel to this, where it will be workout stuff, more workout related, but still positivity, positive mental attitude. Somebody brought up the idea of a cigar page, like a cigar review on there as well. So maybe doing the cigar review with it, but something like that. Just to be able to go full time in this, it's almost like a sign. So I'm gonna DM you on Instagram and send you a voice note on how to pronounce. Okay, so wait, it's not. Am I saying Talani right? Talani, Talani, right? Sorry I talked over everyone today. Just excited about finally manifesting the original manifestation I had when I found this channel. Well, I'm happy. No, you didn't talk over anybody. I always take the time to respond to everybody. And all the time, like, I know some people get sour when I don't answer, but sometimes your comments don't come up. So I think everybody's did, so I'm happy. I manifested my SP/X back by following me on Instagram and texting me. However, he deleted his messages and unfollowed me because I completely ignored him. I wanted an apology from him because of what he had done in the past. Can I still manifest contact? So, Morgana, that's this is literally the same story with Akshay. So when ISP came back, one of like the first major time, I had talked to Akshay from Mystic Manifesting. No, I'm Mystic Man. What the fuck? Manifesting Monster, Akshay, the other channel we were talking about earlier. What do you call it? He told me, yeah, you can manifest her or whatever. So then she manifested contact from me, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna wait this long before I reply to her. I'm gonna play like a dating game now. All of a sudden, manifesting worked, but now I'm gonna move into like the dating coach way. So I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna respond, and then she blocked me again. Like, just took everything back and blocked me. I was like, oh fuck, I fucked it all up. This word that I can't fuck this up comes in, Morgana. I was like, I can't fuck this up. Well, I didn't have that thought at the time. I messaged Akshay back, and this is when he closed the door on me. He didn't message me again after this. He's like, I was like, I think I fucked it up. Yeah, she's not answering me, and this and that, and then the next thing you know, you know what? I panicked, and I saw I wasn't blocked on Facebook. She must have forgot to block me there. I'm like, I don't know if I should do it or not. And this is actually the full part of the story. I left this part out earlier. I noticed that she didn't block me there, and then I didn't know if I should say anything, and then I did, and I'm like, hey, just saw your message, because I was like, I don't know if it's too much action or not, But I don't even know what prompted me to check it, but I just started saying the affirmation, I can't fuck this up, I can't fuck this up, even though I didn't believe it at all. And I happened to go on Facebook to answer someone else's message, and I saw her name on there and said active. And I'm like, wait, that means it's not blocked. And I was like, well, let me just try to send a message. And I did, and I had no attachment to it because I'm like, I still thought, I mean, it's pretty hopeless. I'm like, I don't know how it's going to unfold again. Maybe she'll just unblock me again and try again. And then she goes, oh, I thought you were still mad at me. And then, or that's why, she goes, I felt kind of stupid trying to reach out because she was too prideful to say, I'm sorry. And I wasn't really manifesting the apology. I wanted it, but I wasn't really manifesting. I would rather be together. If the end goal is to be together, then the apology really means jack shit. It doesn't really matter. You want to be together. So then that one was more inspired action on my part, but then when I did that, then that kind of picked everything up and she wanted to get back together, and then boom, we did. So you can't fuck this up. Trust me. If I didn't fuck shit up, you're not going to fuck shit up. You're saying Talani. It's Talani. Like Layla. Talani. You're going to have to send it to me, honestly. I feel like I'm saying the same thing. Oh, I'm going through the same thing now. Yeah, no, so I've had that situation. That situation has happened, so don't beat yourself up. There's a way around it. You'll manifest out of it. But all right, we're at the 135 mark. And once again, I mean, you guys will see a 16-minute video if you want to watch it. I love all you guys very much. Thank you for your confidence in me as a coach. Thank you for your support and telling me to go about doing the coaching and charging for it and stuff like that. And reassuring my mind that it's not an asshole thing. I mean, I know a lot of people charge online and stuff like that, but to be able to make a living doing it, and I can't wait to reveal the shirts and everything and the hats that I'm making. And I'm most excited about the notebook part because I need a new manifesting notebook anyway. I have one with this logo on it. And then every time you guys look at the logo on your shirts or whatever other merch I make, that you guys will remember, I can't fuck this up. Everything's working out in my favor. My world takes care of me. All these good affirmations every time you look at it. So that's why I want to do that. So once again, thank you guys. I love you very much. We'll go live again next Monday. I'm going to look into doing the membership channel. I'm going to look into doing all the video suggestions you guys gave me. And I'm going to start setting all those up. I'll start filming them in the morning. I'll drop some videos tomorrow. I'm going to go over doing these other things and then setting up some lives. So thank you guys very much. Should I take any action? Oh, before I go, I'll answer that question, Morgana. That's up to you. Like I said, I actually shut the door in my face, and I had to figure it out. And I was like, well, wait, because I think I did even ask him, should I message her there? But I was in a calm space, or I thought it was there, and I think she did see me leave her on scene, too. She must have, because that's why she didn't, because I was just like, well, I didn't think I was going to get blocked again. And if it feels natural, if you think this is the sign, me telling you this story, and you're unblocked somewhere else and you want a message, or if you have another way to contact and you feel it's right and you feel confident and calm doing it, where it feels natural, then by all means. But if it feels like you're forcing something or struggling, don't worry about it. It's at the end of the day, I can't make the call for you, but just believe and know that you can't fuck this up, and it's all working out in your favor, okay? So I hope that helps. And with that, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next live and in the videos. We'll talk soon.